I'm on the way to cosmetology school. Today I'll be doing a flat iron and a bob cut. And that's it. This is what I've become, and I love where I am in my life. In high school, I had a lot of interest in any type of art that I could think of. So I knew by my senior year that I really wanted to be a graphic designer and be able to work for myself. So I started to look for schools that had a graphic design program. And I found Georgia Southern, and I loved it because of the campus and the arts building was amazing. The design that I learned already, the software that I learned in high school helped me easily adjust to my graphic design classes in college, which made life a little bit easier because I was a graphic design student when I first started, versus some of the students not knowing any of the software and everything. So that was a plus that I had. From graphic design, when I started falling off, because in college, graphic design was way more detailed into art than I was expecting. So I decided by my sophomore year, I decided to change my major to marketing. And in marketing, I felt like I could still use my creative side that I've been enjoying my whole life and put it into a business type atmosphere and be able to still work with advertisement and still have a degree where I could prosper along different lines outside of art, but still be able to carry my art with me. So college brought up many different difficulties for me. Being on my own, I had to learn how to manage time between classes, going out, organizations, extracurricular activities, and I like to join organizations that I was interested in, like the Black Student Alliance or a hair organization that I like to do. And you also have to make time to make money so you can eat and be on your own and do all types of things. That left me with time to do extracurricular activities, which my first major one was my fashion show for hair. And I was one of the stylists, the head stylist, and I got to design all these different pieces for everyone to walk. And it was a success, and I also got to start an intramural softball team. I thought it'd be a lot of fun because I played softball before, so I already knew the sport, and I felt like it would be fun because my brother went there to the school, and a couple of our friends was gonna be on the team, so I felt like it would be like a family reunion type kickball game. And it was our first game, our first inning, and I played in the right field. And the game started off good, but then it switched up and ended up being for the worst.
I got a phone call around 10 o'clock, in the 10 o'clock hour, from my son Dejan's girlfriend, Dominique,
stating that my daughter, Krishan Butler, was injured playing softball.
So I immediately asked her what was wrong, and she went on to inform me that Krishan was out, at Georgia Southern. They were playing intramural softball, and she did not have on her cleats. She had on some Nike Air Max, and she was going for a pop fly in the out right field, and her partner next to her actually called for the ball, so she tried to stop, and from what I understand, it just the twist and the not having on the right kind of shoes kind of just body in motion, then you try to stop it. So anyway, it caused her ankle to break in multiple places.
So me and my wife jumped up automatically. It was like a 3-hour drive from our home. So we automatically jumped up, got dressed, we hit the road. We were there, like I said, about 1 o'clock. On point of arrival, she had made it. She had been to the hospital. She's back at her apartment. And when we came in, like I said, her leg was all braced up real bad.
The doctors had prescribed her some pain medication so that she could be comfortable.
It was a real bad break. So with that being said, we had to, bring her back to hometown Conyers to a foot and leg specialist and find out further information what we need to go from there, from the break.
We were able to secure her surgery the next following week.
Once the surgery was over, she came home. Like I said, it was real hard for her to get around.
It was difficult because we started, being concerned with how that was going to affect school and her mobility.
She's a very outgoing person, and for you to have a break as bad as it was and have to go through surgery, wheelchair bound, you being just more confined to the house now, and for her, she was an outgoing person, so she had to really went through some ups and downs emotionally.
She was gonna have to go back to school and get around by herself for as best as she could.
We noticed after the surgery, she was just ready to go back to school, like right away, like 3 weeks after surgery. We was trying to tell her, like, no, we don't see how this is gonna happen, because she stays on a second level, and she had to go up like 20 steps to her room. So keep in mind, she has from knee down, a cast on her leg, and now she's crutches, wheelchair. So we just like trying to figure out how she's gonna get all this around, plus get driving from school. She may be like a half a mile from school. So, but in her mind, she was just like, yes, I can do it, I can do it.
So the hardest part was getting to my classes. Being on crutches was a lot of strenuous work on my arms and my legs, and it just made me really tired more than anything, and it took me a long time to get as far as I could on campus to my classes. After that semester passed, I came home and I was talking with my dad, and we were talking about what I wanted to do next, and I always wanted to get my hair license. So I decided it would be a good time for me to take a break, because I didn't know if I'd be walking good enough to be back on campus and just be able to enjoy life how I did before I broke my ankle. And that's when I decided to go to Georgia Career Institute. I started June 1st, which was the day that I started walking again. And I feel like it would be a great time to start something new and just get right to it so I could get my license as soon as I could. When I first took my tour through the school, I was really excited. They had everything that I could possibly imagine doing with hair, from the salon to all the colors, just all the creativity that I saw inside of the school, and I knew it was a place where I would want to be. And they taught me everything from roller sets to perms to all type of new techniques that I never knew about. And I needed that to grow as a stylist, and that's what I came to school for, so I could learn and become a better person and be able to put out at my highest ability. There's so much more than anyone can imagine about what you need to know. It's almost a science, a math, everything. Just about hair and beauty, skin, nails. I've grown a lot as a stylist. I've learned a lot. My coloring is better. My speed as a stylist. I've learned a lot of techniques, and I can see a big difference in my work. And it really helps you grow as a person. It helps you be able to adjust to the type of people you're around and have a better professional level of being a stylist. So after cosmetology school, I plan to go back to Georgia Southern, and I want to finish and go ahead and get my marketing degree as I started. I feel like it'd be a great plan to go ahead and continue with my life and get my degree since I already started. I have about 2 more years. I feel like my cosmetology license could tie in with my marketing, because I could always have a backup plan. I like being able to do more than one thing, and I don't want to depend on one pathway of my life. Georgia Southern and Cosmic College School is teaching me a lot about life, and my experience teaches me that I won't always be able to plan how my life is going to go, so I might as well take a trip and do what I want to do now while I still can, and enjoy life to the best that I can while I still have it. If you live long enough, you will make mistakes, but if you learn from them, you'll be a better person. It's how you handle adversity, not how it affects you. Rolling, 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 rolling. How many more shots until you're